you know, I can. And then Dorrance, it's out in Pittsburgh, where I'm at, you know, in Pennsylvania there. But
Okay.
I mean, it's all on the website is books by Shoemaker66.com. You can always pick up everything there, and then even make comments on my website about the book.
Okay. Well, maybe I shouldn't have told you at the start, that we had some executives tonight and a movie director and all that stuff listening. I might have scared you. I'm really sorry. I mean, I didn't realize you haven't done a interview like this before. So, but, on your next one, just take it as talking to somebody. It's not hard at all. I mean, when I first got in broadcasting, when I was like in my early 20s, my first job in actual radio station, the program director says, "Hey, I'm going to Vegas with my wife. I got to leave right now." The other DJ just kind of said, "Oh, my shift is over. Here's the microphone. There's the next song you got to put on, and here's the commercial, and here's the weather forecast, and here's the news." And I looked at that microphone. That was the longest 3.5 minutes of my life. I remember that. I was so scared and sweating and, and I was scared, and I think I really screwed up on the weather forecast, and I messed up in the news. But you know what? A few minutes later, it was like, you couldn't get the microphone out of my mouth. It just kept going and never stopped. So, I can just say, don't be nervous, okay? I mean, if you want to promote your book, just, you want to promote it and don't, get
just
in,
promote it.
Be into it, be into it. Like I am with this show. I mean, you're selling yourself, you're selling your book, and, zombies right now and your approach with kids, I think that's a fresh approach.
Try Amazon Publisher Console, search that on Google. You will like their publishing platform. They have it just for screenplays and books. You can submit your books to Amazon. You submit it to Amazon, and Amazon basically takes over as a publisher and basically submits it to directors and to anybody that wants your book.
Hey, I could.
So you should.
I should write a book.
You should check that out.
Hey, Tim, I'm going to let you go. Hey, I enjoyed talking to you. And, keep in touch, send me an email.
I think it's called Amazon
on your next
Console.
book. So, you have a great week.
Okay, you too.
Okay, take care. Okay, well, Kevin, I want to talk about zombies here. I mean, we got some time to kill, and tonight I promised everybody we were going to talk about zombies. The fresh brain thing, I really don't remember which one of those zombie movies it started from. But I really liked the very first Walking Dead or Night of the Dead or whatever it is zombie movie.
Well, I remember this.
I remember Mary. Okay, I remember Mary and her boyfriend. And they had a car problem or something, and they got out and they started cutting through a cemetery.
Well, I believe you're talking about Night of the Living Dead, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, Night of the Living Dead. You remember they were in their little car, right? And they were driving, and they had some car problems, and they pulled off the side of the road, and there was a cemetery there.
Yeah.
And so they get out, and the girl was named Mary. And, it was her brother. It wasn't her boyfriend. It was her brother. Okay. And
it was Barbara, by the way. It wasn't Mary. It was Barbara.
Barbara? Okay. Well, I'm not this age, names. What's your name again? But anyway, they got out of the car.
Hey, look, there's one now.
Yeah, and they started walking in the cemetery. And then they saw this guy. And she started saying, "Help, help, help, we got car problems," right? Well, the guy kind of like walked over to him, right? And attacked her brother, and then ended up biting her brother, and started eating her brother.
I think you should watch that movie again.
Yeah,
you're getting some scenes mixed up.
No, and then it traumatized her so much where she couldn't even talk for a while, and then I remember that. I just watched it on a couple weeks ago on Comet, network. And, I sat there with my potato chips and sat there with my soda, and I was watching it and
well,
had a good laugh and there.
On one of my computers, I was watching Return of the Living Dead. I believe that's what it's called. Anyways, the pitch of that movie, and I think everybody who's ever seen that movie, is send more cops. You know, that's scary.
As all the cops are getting killed.
Yeah, by the zombies.
Yeah.
And the zombie walks up to the cop car, picks up the walkie-talkie, and was like, send more cops. And then more cops kept showing up, and more cops kept getting eaten, and it was crazy.
Well, you notice that, okay? Now, you look at that movie, right? The zombie could talk, right?
Yeah, exactly. The zombies were talking.
Hey, guys of The Walking Dead, how come your zombies don't talk? Think about
crazy.
that, okay? You know, I mean, if you watch the old ones, they talked. Why don't your zombies talk?
And they were a little bit more coherent, too.
Oh, yeah. Well, remember the one in a military base that had a couple of scientists and doctors trying to
Day of the
perfect?
Dead?
Yeah.
They made like 4 versions of that movie.
Yeah, perfecting, some type of cure for the zombies.
Yeah.
And this one doctor went kind of crazy, so he actually, took the commander because he got killed, right? And so he was sitting there experimenting with him, and the rest of the guys didn't like that. But, towards the end, I mean, he had this one zombie where the zombie would salute every time he saw a guy in a military uniform, and come to attention. And then, at least the zombies could realize stuff. And then there was one zombie actually could rationalize and think things in a couple of the zombie movies where, the super zombie,
I think where The Walking Dead got it wrong is where basically they stopped focusing on the zombies and they started more focusing on the survival group. I think it's more entertaining and more fun when you're seeing hordes of zombies constantly. I like seeing action, and I know most people like seeing action in movies. If you're just rambling on about 20 different characters, nobody's going to watch your movie. I'm not even kidding. You could have a $5,000 budget movie and make hundreds.
$5,000 budget movie.
And I'm not even kidding.
Would be 5 seconds.
Hold on. I'm not even kidding. They made, I think it was like a $5,000 to $10,000 movie, and it was about zombies where they were staying in a car pretty much the whole entire time. They were staying in a car. They basically barricaded the car, and the zombies were, trying to get in. But like I said, nowadays,
well, hey, I hate to be,
it's not like that.
Hey,
They don't focus.
Kevin.
They don't focus on the zombies. They just focus basically on the humans. Like I said, you can have a $5,000 budget on a movie.
That's nothing.
And make hundreds of thousands of dollars because that director focused on the zombies and focused on the action.
Okay, guys. Okay, Kevin, I'm going to tell you this. Okay, so you're trapped in the car and the zombies are attacking you, right? So what happens if somebody farts?
You're fucked.
Okay, we don't use that word.
You're screwed.
Yeah, okay, you're screwed, okay?
You got to open the door.
You got to open the window. As soon as you open the window, right, the
It's
zombies got you, okay?
It's over.
It's over. You're gone. So, hey, if you're ever attacked by zombies, you don't want to stay in your car. You hear that?
Especially with the smoker,
not with somebody else. I mean, your own farts don't smell so bad, but somebody else's farts is really bad. So if you ever get in a situation where the zombies come after you, right, don't get into a confined area, okay?
Get into a smoke-free car, too.
Yeah, especially when the only food you've had all week was sardines,
You don't want to be having cigarette smoke in your car.
No.
At the time. That'd be horrible.
I was watching this one zombie movie, kind of a spoof, where the guys were so, toking up on Mary Jane, and they actually got one of the zombies to start smoking it. So, I mean, hey, what can I say?
I know, right?
So, but I do, That's what I want to talk about. Where there's all these zombie shows, like the one on the cable, another cable channel.
Anything that's scary.
Well, I'm saying the one that's filmed here in our own state in Yakima. Okay,
That one wasn't that good. That was.
it's still on. It's still on Sci-Fi.
No, well, it's over. It's only had like 3 seasons.
No, they renewed it. It's still on Sci-Fi.
They did?
Yeah, and you look at it, and the plot is somewhat there.
Isn't it that guy with the?
I don't
what's
know.
that guy?
I don't know, but
Guy from Road Trip.
I don't know, but you look at it, right, and they're making fun of the whole situation. They're not serious. Okay,
What's it called?
I'm not sure, but you know what? The whole point is, what would you do if you woke up tomorrow morning, right, and you got dressed to go to work? You open the door, and you see, car doors open on cars in the middle of the road, that ran into other cars, and baby buggies out there on the sidewalk, and you see people running and screaming, and you see these walkers going after them. And,
Were you talking about Z Nation?
yeah,
Z Nation. That's what it's called.
Z Nation.
Z Nation. It took me a little bit to find it. I had to search for it.
I tried watching that.
It has DJ Qualls. That's who I was talking about. DJ Qualls from Road Trip.
Yeah, well, I tried watching that show, and
You can't get into it.
I couldn't get into it. I mean, even the shooting the zombies is fake. But I mean, it's filmed in our own state in Yakima, and they probably, I hate to say it, Kevin, you can't make any movie. I mean, the witch, what is that?
Blair Witch?
Blair Witch
Project?
the original one was done for actually less than $1,000.
Well, it was a founding. It was a founding film movie. So the actors are actually alive.
But they weren't really even actors. I mean,
no, they were just basically college people looking to make some money, and they actually did. They actually made a lot of money. It was a big hit.
Yeah, and then they made the sequel to it, which actually was not good. But going back to this, Kevin, so you wake up, right? You see all this chaos going on in your neighborhood, okay?
What's the first thing that you would do?
You get in your car, right? And you have these zombies, like walking in front of you, and like if you go out in the Midwest where the cows kind of like walk in front of you across in the road and you have to stop. I mean, you know how scary it would be?
Well,
you have to stop there, right? And all of a sudden, all these zombies start grabbing you at your car, and they're all around your car, and you don't know what to do. And you sit there and you give it the gas, and and you're mowing down.
Them over?
Yeah, you're running over all these zombies, and then you go. You think, oh, I got away. Hey, Kevin, I just got away from all these zombies.
Now they're here again.
And no. What happens is you go another quarter of a mile, and there's some other guy, trying to get away from zombies, right? And he hits you, okay? And he flips your car over, right?
And
so now you got gas pouring out of your car. You're laying on inside your car. Your windows are broke open, right? And you got a gun in your glove compartment, right? But your stupid seatbelt won't release. What do? The zombies are now coming to your car. Now the only thing you got is your lighter from smoking joints in your shirt pocket. Now, what would you do? You got all this gas running around. You got the choice of these zombies are going to tear you apart, Kevin. I mean, they're going to rip you apart. You're going to watch them rip off your arms.
You're going
to watch them pull off your penis, pull out your intestines.
Hold on. Do I have normal items around in this car? Do I have like a can of like spray deodorant or something like that around?
Yeah, you do, but you know what happened? What happened is you're forgetting. You're trapped. Right? In your seatbelt. Your car is on its side.
You mean...
Okay, your seatbelt won't release. So, and it's these harness ones, right? So you can't reach in the back and try to find that can of spray paint or insecticide or spray deodorant, right? So you can't flick. You can't flick your Bic and burn them with like a torch. Now you got one choice, Kevin. What do? Then you know that they're going to pull you out of that car in pieces, right? Your legs are going to be attached right to your gas and brake pedal, and your torso and your head
is going to be
coming.
Quick.
Yeah, well, you can't reach your gun Because
I don't know what to say. I'd use my lighter.
Yeah, because you have all this gas flowing. I would sit there and have a weenie roast. I'd just sit there and flick my Bic and then take out as many walkers as I guess. So that's the things you have to really think about.
Well, in Dawn of the Dead, and kind of the beginning, the first 15 minutes, the main character, she's getting away in a car